Guys, welcome back to the channel. Myself is Adnan, and in the last video I discussed the 6 mistakes I have made as a new investor. In this video I'm going to discuss the 7 advices if you can follow in the early career investing, it would be very beneficial. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, let's get to the video. The first and most important advice I would like to give you is to start as soon as possible. If you're watching this video, most probably either you haven't invested or you have invested very small amount in stock market or cryptocurrency. If you already have invested small amount, it's very good. But if you haven't, I would highly suggest you to just pause this video and invest as low as you can afford in one of the investing apps which is available to you. Because sooner you start, the better it would be. Because once you have started investing, you will regret that you should have started few months ago or few years ago. So it's better to start investing today than tomorrow. The second advice I would like to give you is to stay consistent while investing. Especially nowadays, there's a lot of new investors, especially investing into the cryptocurrency. And as you know, there's a very high volatility in the cryptocurrency market. It's almost impossible to stay consistent. And mostly people wait for the right moment, or when there's a hype in certain coins, they will invest their money. And once they have taken profit, or in worst case, once they have lost some money, they will just stop investing for a few weeks or few months. That is not the way. If you want to invest for the longer term, I would highly suggest you to set a limit on monthly basis. If you're investing, most probably you have some source of income you're getting on monthly basis. So just set a limit on your monthly income, either it's 5% or 10%, but it's recommended to invest at least 20% of your income if you are going to invest for longer term. Because without setting this limit on your monthly income, it would be impossible to stay consistent while investing. And if you have made this habit of investing consistently, hopefully the compound effect will make his magic, and you will see how your profit is increasing monthly and especially on yearly basis. So set a limit on monthly income and invest consistently. The number third advice I would like to give you is to use virtual portfolio or dummy portfolio. Nowadays, almost every investing app has this availability that you can use, and you can switch back to your real portfolio and virtual portfolio. And in the beginning, if you have put some money into your real portfolio, I would highly suggest you to switch back to virtual portfolio and search for some companies or cryptocurrency you're invested in, and then put some dummy portfolio money into that company or cryptocurrency, and then you will see how good was your decision. That's what I did when I started investing in the beginning. And let me show you example how my dummy portfolio is looking like after more than 1.5 years. As you can see in my dummy portfolio, I have invested almost more than 117,000, and I have gained a profit of 16,000. And this is a very good tool because once you have researched about the company or cryptocurrency you want to invest, you can just here use some virtual money, and you will see how your investment is doing. And this will also give you an idea that sometime how a market would react and how good is your decision. And this is a very good tool, and it's very, very recommended if you are a beginner. So I would highly recommend for the beginners to stick to virtual portfolio for a few weeks or even month. And once you get the hang of the investing, how the plus and minus in the market would look like for your research, and then you can switch back to your real portfolio, and then you can invest your real money in cryptocurrency or stock you're interested in. The number 4 advice I would like to give you is it's okay to sell in red. I know there would be a lot of people who would not agree with me. And in the very beginning, I also had this mindset that I'm not going to close my position if I'm losing money, and I will keep it open unless I make profit. Although I learned this hard way, that even sometimes companies of the cryptocurrency which have very strong fundamentals, but the investor would lose their interest in that company or cryptocurrency because of certain reason. So let me show you a few examples. So as you can see, Alibaba has the price of $318 in 2020 of October. And as you can see, after that, it has been hammering down, and now the price of Alibaba is around $133. When I started investing, the price of Alibaba stock was around $280, and I made some profit, a few percentage, but as I was going to invest for the longer term, and I kept the position open. But as you can see, the price of Alibaba start going down, and once it was up here, and then it started going down back again, and then I lost almost I would say maybe 15% of my investment. But that time it was only best because Alibaba, as you know, there was some issue regarding some their government and the CEO, and also some American Chinese crisis. So this was the only best option that I should close this position, and that's what I did at that time. And as you can see, if I haven't, the price has gone even 60% from its all-time high value. And sometimes this is true for most of the companies, and especially I would highly suggest you that for penny stock, if you have made some bad choices or bad decisions in investing in those penny stocks, and you have missed those hype time, so some trending time, there would be some hype for some certain stocks, especially for penny stock, and you can see that they have gone crazily high for like 1.5 months, but as you can see, they have kept going down. So for example, if you have invested and you're losing money, but you're not going to close, and you have this mindset that it will come back after a few months, it's not true for most of the companies. And as you can see, the price went from 17 to $3. So another example is bio nanogenomics, and it's very much similar for this company also. It came also from $15 back to 2.55. So I also invested in all the three companies. Also, although I made some profit from these two penny stocks, but I sold in green. But if I haven't, and I had this mindset that it will go up back and I will make more profit, I should have lost all of my, not only my profit, but also my investment. So I would highly suggest that if sometime you have made some decision which you thought in early time it was okay, but sometime the situation changes for some cryptocurrency, especially for stocks also. So it's okay, and that you can close your position in red and invest that money in some other companies which has better prospects, so that you can cover up your losses from your previous investment. The number fifth advice I would like to give you is to stay away from penny stock. I know in the beginning it would be very, very hard, because we have this mentality to get more profit in the beginning, and the only way is to either invest in some a hype cryptocurrency, or second option is to invest in a penny stock. And because penny stocks, as the name suggests, has a very low price, it's attractive for mostly for the beginners, and we invest in those companies hoping for that we could make more profit. But in 99% cases, it would not be the case, and we end up losing money. As let me show a few examples of penny stocks, how they have made many investors lost their money, especially in this year. As you already saw for the Nano Dimension, as you can see, and there was a hype, especially in 2021 in the beginning. January and February was like crazy, and the price went more than like 200% for most of the penny stocks. And there were very few lucky investor, I would say, that who have invested at this time, and I was one of them. And but the problem that I didn't close my position when it was all-time high, so I kept them open, but I certainly closed position when the price came back to its in the very beginning. But although I was lucky enough that I made some profit, but as you can see that the price has gone crazily down. So it's where it started almost, and now it's even lower, and it's almost more than 1.5 years, I would say. So this is not the case for only one of penny stock. It's very, very similar story for many, many, many penny stocks. If you have missed some hype time and you want to invest later, I would highly recommend you to stay away from this. And as you can see, the real value of this penny stock was around 0.43, and they were consistent. And this is what the real value of this most penny stock does. But you can see it went up to $15. And now that that hype is gone from this penny stock, you can see it's been hammering down. Now the price is 2.5. I think it would be easy to say that this price would go even further lower what we have seen previously in 2020. Another example is Jaguar Health, and it shows very similar case. As you can see, it has gone back to its real value. And another example is Gevo. As you can see, I invested in this stock from my virtual portfolio, and I'm 63% down. As you can see, it went back from like $1 to 15, and now it's back to 4. As you can guess, it will probably going even further down if they're not going to show some better quarter results. So I would highly suggest you to please stay away from penny stock and invest in some high growth companies which will give you a lower but consistent profit. The number 6 advice is very important, and is leverage. Please do not use leverage, especially for new investor, and because in the beginning we always want to make more profit, and because nowadays every investing platform gives you the opportunity of this leverage, and it makes it even harder for new investor to not use this option. So if you're new and you're thinking about it, and you might get some profit from first or second time, but as it's like a drug in investing world, and in order to make higher and higher profit, you would use this on regular basis, and most probably at the end of the day you would end up losing all of your investment. So please stay away from leverage and only invest in undervalued assets. The number 7 and last advice I would like to give you is that slowly is the fastest way to get high profit. And as you have seen previously, how this penny stock can lose their value within a few months, and just imagine how many investors have lost their money, and it's been more than a year that the value has been going down since that all-time high values. So for the new investor, I would highly suggest you to pick S&P 500 or Dow Jones company, because they are the backbones of the stock market. And not only a retail investor have invested those because they are in S&P 500, because a lot of hedge funds have invested in those companies. And even in the worst case scenario, the volatility in those companies is very low. So let me show you the S&P 500 map for the last year, how it has performed. And so as you can see, this is the S&P 500 companies, and as it suggests, there are 500 companies in this area. And as you can see, in last 1 year, there are companies like Microsoft, Facebook, Tesla. They have made more than at least 30 to 40% of profit. And if you compare those at the end of the day with penny stock, you would be losing like maybe more than 100% of your investment. So as a new investor, it would be very hard not to invest in penny stocks. But remember, if you have missed that hype of those penny stocks, it would definitely, you are going to lose money on those penny stocks. And the benefit of these S&P 500 companies is that it gives you not only the peace of mind that you're going to make profit at the end of the day for most of the companies, but you also know that even in the volatility case or in the very worst time, these are the companies which will be less volatile, and they can handle the pressure because hedge funds have invested a lot of money in those companies, and they won't be as volatile as penny stocks when the market goes down. And that is the only advice, and that's the most important advice. I would ask you to invest only in S&P 500 and Dow Jones companies or some high growth companies. That's it for the video. These are all the advices I can give you as a new investor, which I have learned in 14-month experience of investing. If you have stayed till the end of this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. Please let me know in the comment section if I have missed an advice which could be beneficial for new investor. That's it for the video, and I will see you in the next one.